Can you hear me? Yeah. Hi, I'm Padmavathy Velayutham. I'm a physical therapist assistant. I'm a licensed physical therapist assistant working in an outpatient clinic here in Texas. I did my graduation back in India in 1998. Then after my graduation, I worked in India for 5 to 6 years, and then moved to the United States after my marriage. Talking about the high school, honestly speaking, I didn't have any issues on deciding my majors, because in my country after the 10th grade, like depending on the student's grades and the interest, you can select your own group. Like if you wanted to go to medicine, you can pick the science group. If you want to go to the engineering, you can go with the math and the science and arts. Like that, they divide by 11th grade. So it was not an issue for me to decide my major, because I was more interested in medicine. I know what my goal is, so I started, my studying with the science grades. Once I finished my during my high school itself, my school, I was working, like in the school with the Red Cross. So they used to take us to the community services, like every 3 months and 6 months. They take us in a group of 10 girls. I studied in a girls' school, so we 10 girls. We used to go to the camps, to the old age camps. So there I had an idea about, like what the old people's, the issues, the diseases the old people undergo psychologically and physically. So we had a chance to work a day, spend time with those old people. And I don't know, personally, I developed interest with the geriatric people. Then after my high school, I did my graduation, and then I started shadowing. After my graduation, I started shadowing with a physical therapist in an outpatient clinic, and there I met a lot of sports injuries. That was it really developed an interest in me. So I just wanted to have more experience in the sports. Then I started working in hospitals. I picked hospital which has more, orthopedic patients, because I was more interested with them. And then I worked there for a couple of years, then moved on to the sports injuries clinic, which was really my passion. When I worked there, I met different kinds of players. I worked with cricket players, basketball players, tennis players, and I found the injuries and the rehabilitation that time takes differs with players, because after rehabilitation they have to go back to their sports. So it was different for different players. So that was really, I had it actually improved my interest. And after moving to the US, that's where I found the hardship. I don't know, like how many of you are the foreign students here, but the problems are faced by the as a foreign therapist. Getting into the profession was really a difficult task for me. I have to. I won't say anything wrong in the system, but yes, back in India, they directly after the high school they directly went to profession. They were not paying much attention to the general credits. That's where we the foreign students lagged. Because when I went for the credentialing, I found that there was a lot of general credits lag in my course. And then we actually have a board of physical therapy, that does credentialing. And after that, once we get approved with the credits, we have to move on to the license exam. Until that, they don't give you permission to the license exam, though you are professionally qualified. And if you have a license back in your country, the US board of the physical therapy, they don't approve you to work unless you meet their criteria. So because I lacked general credits, I went back to the community college. I think I almost did 42 general credits. That took really, to a married woman, like with kids, it took nearly 2 years for me to complete it. But that was nice. That was a good experience for me. And then once I got my credits approved by the board, I appeared for the license exam. Unfortunately, I was not able to clear the physical therapy license exam in the first attempt. But I did the license exam for the physical therapy assistant. I cleared in the physical therapy assistant exam, and what I found is there is not much difference between the physical therapist and the physical therapy assistant, because the physical therapists, they do more of the assessment, and then the treatment wise, it's like both are almost the same, except we have some limitations that a therapist can do and the assistant can do. So it was fun, like as a physical therapy assistant, I don't have to worry about the assessments, just go and treat the patient. And I worked in different skilled nursing facilities where, like, I don't know how much of you heard about it, like there will be more of the geriatric patients. So what I did back in India with the Red Cross actually helped me here, the kind of patients, everything, that gave me experience. Yeah, and I was comfortable in working with the skilled nursing facilities because I have a lot of time to spend with my patients. It was fun. And then
I think you're on mute.
I started my career as a PTA PRN in the US. I just wanted to mention about what is PRN. It means pro re nata, and that's a Latin phrase, and you work as needed, like in coverage of somebody's absence. That's how I started, because I just wanted to, know the transition between the treatment approach, the transition from my country to the US. I slowly started it, and once I got experience, then I moved on to my passion. That is, I went back to the outpatient clinic, which was my dream always, to work with the sports injuries patients. So that's how I landed up in this outpatient clinic, and presently I'm not working. I took a small break because of this COVID issues. Because my clinic setting is a closed atmosphere, like to maintain the distance, and there is factors. I just took a small break. Maybe after this, I'll be going back to my profession. And then I just want to end up my speech. I'm always an admirer of Miss former Lotus, Miss Michelle Obama. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's life. That's what I feel as a physical therapy assistant. When I see my patient smile, when I see my patient walk without any assistance, I feel that I made a difference in somebody's life, and I was a sunshine behind somebody. And I love my profession, and I thank you all girls for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. Thank you. I want to answer this question that Angela had asked. It's, the jobs or medical schools care about which college you got your degree from. So I don't know about the med school, but for the job, after I started applying job in the United States, I found, like, the interviewer never, he just asked where did I do my graduation. That's it. Like, they were more um, on the experience, the exposure I had with patients, and in the different settings, how long I worked and what kind of patients I worked. So I didn't had any problem with where I did my graduation. Um, yeah, that's what I found. Like, So once I met with their, what they expected with the experience. That's what I believe in different kinds of settings. I never had an issue with that. We study for tests in college that are actually effective. Yeah, today, like Miss Rani said, like you all have resources, Google, you get a lot of information. But back in my days, like I found that like study, the group study were much effective, because like your friends, other people, they may perceive the topics in a different way. They would have understand more. So I think there'll be more like if you don't understand certain topics, I think getting help from your peers, like doing group study is more effective. That's what I found. Like like we cannot go and contact our professors, like as we wished. So they have certain times. But friends, you can like call them anytime, you can gather and you can do this study. I think that's more effective. That's what I found.